Hey everyone. Next few videos I'm going to be posting on this series are Golding the Mother Loving Executioner. But I didn't have any voice recorded for this one, so I thought I'd just take the opportunity to say a few words anyway, mostly about actually how going about this gun, because it's a pretty tricky one. But first things first, thanks to everyone who's watched so far, and even more to the few of those of you who have actually subscribed to the channel. I've never made a habit of saying, like, favourite, subscribe after any video, because it always seemed a little bit pointless to me. No one's going to subscribe to a channel they don't like, so I don't really see any point in saying it. But thanks to those of you that have. Only kind of started posting kind of as a hobby and just kind of as a laugh for me and my friends, so it's kind of a surprise, but a nice one that anyone else has bothered watching or subscribing, so thanks for that. But the main point of this video is the Executioner. I just wanted to say a few words on it because it's somewhat of an anomaly of a gun as far as this game goes. It's not quite a revolver, it's not quite a shotgun, it's a mixture of the two in it. It kind of is a hybrid of all the worst elements of both. It has a terrible range, has terrible magazine capacity, and even worse reload time. It's generally just a pain to use. It's basically a novelty weapon. If anyone else has used it, either inadvertently or kind of out of curiosity, you'll know what I mean when I say there is no situation in which it is useful over another gun. There's always a gun which would be better in any situation than this gun. Maybe very close quarters if someone catches you by surprise and you happen to have it out, you can spam a few shots into them and get a kill. But even then, other pistols can kill about as quickly as this thing can. It's kind of one-shot kill range as far as a knife lunge. So you may as well just be using a knife. You don't even have to reload the knife. So when it came to golding this, I wasn't really looking forward to it. Kind of, Liam said, just get it out of the way now. I was going to go straight into the TAC 45 and he said, you know what, just do it now so you won't have to be worrying about it. So I thought, screw it, I'll just do it now. And this is kind of what happened. And the main issue with it is the kind of the first tier of camo is we've actually got to get headshots. And you'll probably see during this gameplay, I really just go for the headshots. I mean, you just have to take every opportunity you can just to ensure a damn headshot. You've got to just run up and barrel stuff people in the ear. And that's the only way it's going to get done relatively quickly. And I think this gun is the main reason, if not one of the kind of major reasons why you don't see a lot of people with diamond pistols. I personally haven't come up against anyone else with them yet. And it's probably largely because no one wants to bother with this gun. But there are a few ways to get it done quite quickly. This actually got done a lot quicker than I thought it would. It was less of a pain than I thought it was. By the end of it, I wasn't doing too badly with it. And it's going to depend on your class. If you really want to get kind of diamond pistols, or at least gold this gun quickly, make a dedicated class for it. Don't just run it as a secondary and, think I'll take headshots when I can. Best piece of overall advice I can say is if you haven't golded the combat knife or the ballistic knife, do one of those first, and by the time you finish doing one of those, you will have adopted a game style which is applicable to this gun, because you basically essentially got to play with this as you would a knife, because as I said, this thing has the same range as a knife. It's just more difficult to get to gold because you've actually got to get headshots and you've got to reload it. So you've really got to ensure you get those headshots. Like this guy, just run up, just make sure you get that headshot if you can. If you're not under any pressure, just get that headshot. As for your class, this isn't the be all and end all, but this is how I did it and it worked quite well. Stack your 5 perks. Make sure you've got Ghost on, because if people know where you are, you're not going to be able to fend people off with this thing. Get Scavenger, get Fast Hands, and the important ones mostly is Tac Mask. Well, Scavenger actually is the most important, I'll say why in a minute. And then Tac Mask and Extreme Conditioning. And then make sure you've got at least one concussion grenade. As soon as you unlock the silencer, get that. I know that seems strange, but this thing's got such a bad range. Trust me, silencer isn't going to make that much of a difference. But yeah, make sure you've got at least one concussion grenade. And basically, you're going to, as soon as you see someone who's out in the open or whatever, concuss them so they can't move. And then just run for them, and then just ensure you get that headshot. Literally just run up, barrel stuff them. And then as soon as you've killed them, you can use your scavenger to get another concussion grenade. And then just rinse and repeat. That's the best way you can do it. And the kind of ghost and extreme conditioning is going to help you just keep getting around behind people without them knowing you're there. You know, as you see me doing in this gameplay. And just making sure you get those snipers in the back of the head. And that really is how I went about it. By the end of it, I was kind of tearing my hair out by the time I was getting this to gold. But the headshots actually went a lot quicker. And if you're someone who cares about your stats a lot, I personally haven't really been caring too much about my stats or KD in this game. I've just been enjoying kind of doing the gun challenges. But I wouldn't worry, because you can actually pull kind of a decent KD even when using this gun. You know, this game I think I got 18 to 5. So it is possible, but basically running that class setup is going to help, and literally just pummel those headshots out as quickly as you can. Otherwise this gun is going to drag. Trust me, some of the pistols have really dragged for me, but if you just specifically go for those headshots with those concussion grenades and that scavenger technique, it's going to go a lot quicker. But anyway, thanks for watching. Tune in again if you want to, and I will see you later. This is just a picture of the class setup that I was speaking of, if you want to try it or if you are looking to gold the Executioner.